Howdy everyone, Pete Daddy here. Today in FIFA we received some hot new objectives. In fact, these are so hot they deserve the Whopper button.
Tell the crew to push the Whopper button.
And I am talking about this MLS Squad Foundations objective group. Now, it's not under the normal objectives tab, it's under the milestones tab. So if you're looking for it, that's where it's going to be. And if you read it, it says start your MLS squad building journey. Compete to earn 3 MLS Squad Foundations players. So the way I read it, where it says start your MLS squad building journey, that makes me think maybe we're going to get some more of these. Maybe there will be an MLS Squad Foundations 2 at some point. Maybe they'll expand it to other leagues. I don't know, that would be a lot of fun, but I want to go over the fastest, the best, the most awesome way to get this done. But before we do, make sure to subscribe down below. I would really appreciate it. But you can see there the main prize for completing the group is Bojan. And yes, the man, the myth, the legend Bojan never quite lived up to his next Messi status, but he's over here trying to kill it in MLS. And it's kind of a similar card to that Mollier. We'll actually talk about that Mollier in a little bit. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll see it in a few minutes. So he's a nice cam card, you know, just very solid in all attacking areas. So I think he would be a nice cam. I don't know if he's worth linking outside of an MLS team. Like if you wanted to try some Spanish links, I don't know that he's quite worth that. He's solid, but he's not quite next level. However, we do have a couple really nice looking cards here with this center back long. And this one is scoring streak, and you have to score 15 goals using MLS players in the Foot Live friendly managerial masterpiece with at least 7 MLS players in your starting squad. Now, before we go on, let's see. I know I've seen that managerial masterpiece before, and that's under this League on League player managerial masterpiece. So to complete the Mollier, it's under managerial masterpiece, and to complete this MLS Squad Foundations, it's also under managerial masterpiece. But I am loving this from EA. I'm love having these players to grind for, to play for, to give us something to do during the week, especially after they've screwed up weekly score when division rivals. This gives us something to play for at the beginning of the week after Foot Champs is over and no rivals matches don't count anymore. So I'm loving that. That long center back card looks absolutely epic, and he would be an amazing partner for Iko Para. Iko Para had a rule breaker center back card, so if you're looking to make a next level MLS team, Long and Opara would be a great center back match. However, you do have a problem of who do you play at keeper. Icon keepers are pretty expensive at this point. Most of the American keepers are not great enough to really want to put them into your squad. So that's the main problem with that, is who would you play at keeper. If you somehow manage to get an icon keeper, maybe you love Peter Cech, maybe you love Peter Schmeichel, something like that. Or maybe you even love Lev Yashin, whatever you want to have out there. You know, that would give you an awesome keeper to have. But this one should be very easy to get. I've heard lots of reports of people that, you know, in the first game, trade 15 goals back and forth. You both would then have Long into your team. So you have this 82 rated Long, who would also be a nice super sub. You know, sometimes we get red cards with our center backs. We need a sub on the bench to sometimes bring in if something happens. So he would be, when someone as a center back already has 80 pace with 82 defense and 86 physical, would be an amazing super sub. So for this one, if you're going to play it out for the whole entire group and try to complete all of these, you're going to do this anyway. But if you just want to do the Long, which is part of what I love about this, you could do this, only complete the Long, be done with it. So all you have to do is trade 15 goals, one match, be done and over with. The next one is called Made by MLS, which is assist 15 using MLS players and the managerial masterpiece with at least 7 MLS players in your starting squad. That one, I'm not even sure why they have it there. You're already scoring 15 goals using MLS players, and then you also have to assist 15 with MLS players, but the objective reward is only a 75 plus rated rare player, or what we used to call a one gold rare players pack. So I don't understand exactly the point of this objective. If you're scoring 15 and you already have to have 7 MLS players in your starting squad, then you're probably also going to assist 15. So I'm not really sure the point of that one, just to give us a 75 plus rated rare player. But these two are very simple. It has no win condition. It's just, you could get that done in one match. Score 15, assist 15, done and over with scoring streak, and made by MLS. Then we get the Major League Maestro, and then this is where the grind kicks in. If you don't want to put this work in, I understand completely. just know that you can put just a fraction of work in, complete Squad Foundations long, and get you a one gold rare player pack or a 75 plus rated rare player pack. This is where the grind kicks in, and there's just not much you can do to get around it. This is play 15 matches in the FUT Live friendly managerial masterpiece with at least 7 MLS players in your starting squad. The only thing I can say to maybe make this a little easier, I mean, it's nice that it doesn't have a win condition. One thing we could do for each other, maybe if, at the end of the day, just go into 2 of these matches and just quit the game, give up a goal. We'll talk about the next one in just a second. But, we could just go into one of those and leave it, play for a minute for the game to count, and we just leave it. Give up a goal and leave it. It doesn't count towards a record. Maybe that just helps other people. Maybe it just speeds it up a little bit. Instead of having to grind out 15 full extra matches to get this Lima. And this Lima card looks very solid. He's 92 pace for a left back. That's always been one of the problems making MLS squads. I'm an American, so I try to make MLS squads from time to time, especially when Zlatan was here. I was always making MLS squads, and that was always one of the problems. He did not have a great left back. This Lima card looks like an amazing left back with 92 pace, nice physical. You would want to boost that defense up a little bit. Can maybe even put a shadow on him and boost up just the pace and the defense. Maybe just put an anchor on him. I don't know. Well, however you want to play him, definitely boost his defense up a little bit, and I would like to have a little bit more pace, but he's got a nice top-end pace already, so if you boost it up, he's going to get up to that high-end level. Next one is win 10 matches in the FUT Live friendly managerial masterpiece with at least 7 MLS players in your starting squad. So these 2 are a major grind, and that comes back to what I was just saying. We can help each other out on this. We can, say that I'm really grinding for this. I play 4 matches, and I'm like, okay, that's enough FIFA for now. I'm done. I should go and play 2 more matches and just, or even if you just do 1, just if you even do 1, that will help out so many people. Go into the match, score an own goal, leave the match, and be done with it. It doesn't count on my record, doesn't hurt anything, but I've helped someone else's chances of getting something complete. So these last 2 are a grind, but we can try to help each other out. So if you complete all of the objectives, you will end up with Squad Foundations Long, Squad Foundations Lima, and Squad Foundations Bojan. All 3 are very solid cards, and you don't even though consider them. This isn't going to be your meta weekend league team. This is going to be a fun MLS team. And I also get the feeling maybe we're going to get some other objectives involving MLS players. It's always great to have first owned players in your team. And it's just a little bit of fun. It's something different, playing with different players. So I definitely recommend completing this. But let's talk about maybe a little bit how you can combine it, and I will show you the team I am going to use to tackle this. So as I just mentioned, if you also are going for this league-on-league player, this Florent Mollet, I am going for him. I started that. I had a stream yesterday where we started grinding for him. I've won 4 matches so far. I've got 22 out of 30 goals, 19 out of 20 assists. However, notice these last 2. Now, we've got a problem here. Look at these. Win 15 matches using only league-on players in the starting 11. So we cannot combine this one with the MLS because the MLS, you have to have 7 MLS players. This one, you have to have 11 league-on players. So you cannot combine any of these. However, what you can do is these last 2 are a little bit harder. We have League On, Range, and Finesse Touch. Now, Finesse Touch isn't really that hard, but if you notice, I think I played 6 games yesterday, won 4 of them, and I got 0 finesse shot goals. So obviously, I'm not using the finesse shot that much. I don't want to get this to where I've got like 12 wins, and this is still 0-0. So one thing I am doing, I'm putting a couple League On players on my bench for my MLS team. And if I get into a situation where I'm trading goals, I'm going to try to pop in one of my League On players so I can score an outside of the box goal, so I can get a finesse shot goal. So even though I can't work towards these 3 while I do the MLS challenges, I can at least try to complete this one. Or at the worst case scenario, say I'm playing someone toxic, I'm up 4-0, they won't rage quit, I can at least sub on my League Gun players and just try outside of the box goals for the remainder of the match. At least give an effort to it. At least try some finesse shots just to knock those out a little bit. So you can't fully combine them, but at least there are two parts that you can be working on at the same time. So just wanted to go over that a little bit. Now let me show you the team that I am going to use to tackle this. I think this is a strong side that works really well, and you can tailor it how you want. You can see here I actually have 8 MLS players in my starting side, and I decided, I thought about trying to fit Neymar in or Joe Gomez, but I decided let's go with Varane because we're going to have Blaise Matuidi in our midfield, and I would definitely recommend trying to get Matuidi. Matuidi, I highly recommend. Joseph Martinez, I highly recommend. And Christian Pavon, I highly recommend. All three of those are really strong meta-type players. Matuidi's going to clean up your midfield. He has amazing agility for a CDM. I went to Vela. Let's go to Matuidi. You see there he has 83 agility, 85 defensive awareness. So this Matuidi card is really strong, and he's going to be completely linked. A couple other nice ones. I've got Pizarro out here. I've got Quintero for some pace, and I do have Vela. And what I'm going to play a 4-4-2, a more aggressive 4-4-2. As I'm trying to just win these matches. So I'm going to put Vela and Martinez up top, and I'm going to put Pavon and Quintero as my wingers, and then I'll have Pizarro as my kind of attacking CDM or CM, and Matuidi as my defensive ball winner. And then I'm just going to kind of anchor it back here with Varane. If you want to put in, I think I had Militao down here at one point. It leaves you a little bit of room to have a high-rated player. So I just decided to use Varane at the back. I'm going to play a more aggressive style, just trying to end these games. I'm hoping to get lots of rage quits. So I want someone like Varane at the back so I can play aggressive up top, but have Varane at the back to clean up my messes. And I'm linking him with Koundé. I actually could not put Militao out there. I think Militao made it. Let me see. Militao is 80 rated. If I change that to an 80, yeah, you can see there, that takes me to a 78 rating if you look in the top left. And I guess I should have mentioned that. To enter this, we'll go ahead and do that. Let's go there. To enter this managerial masterpiece, you have to have only a 77 rated squad. And let's see, with only 3 silver players, no bronze players, so you can't bronze bench. That's one of the problems. Let's go over here to friendlies. Here's how you enter it. You go into friendlies, go to play online. And another thing that comes up a lot, people always ask me when to do these, can I play these with my friends? No, these special ones here, you cannot complete these objectives with your friends. You have to do them against whoever you are matched up with. So you can see here the requirements. Its team overall rating is max 77, bronze players 0, and silver players max 3. Now you want to try to take advantage of that. Make sure you do have 3 silver players to lower that rating down a little bit. So you can see there I'm eligible to enter the match. If you're not eligible, let me just change to my main team real quick so you guys can see what it does. If I switch over here to my main team and I try to enter the match, it will say your squad does not meet the requirements. It will say what is wrong with your team. So, it won't let you enter the match unless it does meet the requirements of what's going on out there. So this is a team I definitely recommend. I think this is really strong. Like I said, I know everyone doesn't have Varane. I'm just saying you've got some room for improvement out there. If you want to put someone, if you've got Marcus Rashford and you want to put Marcus Rashford out there, you can put Marcus Rashford and Luke Shaw out here on the left, have some lower rated MLS defenders. Now I did think about it, no MLS team is complete without Ike Opara. However, last I looked, Opara was just going for too many coins to justify it. There's one for 6,200. Probably should even buy that one and sell it. Actually, that's not so much cheaper. He's gone down a little bit, but still, you're looking at 6,000 or 7,000 coins for a 75 rated center back. It's not the end of the world, but I'm trying to hold on to my coins. I want to upgrade my team for weekend league, so I just went with what I already had. But Ike Opara is always awesome. You could go with Long's regular gold card, which is also a strong card. So yeah, right here, I believe that's his card. Is that no? Not Shane Long. What am I thinking? Shane Long playing center back in MLS. I've got Shane Long on the brain. So Aaron Long right here, his card is solid as well, but also expensive. You can see there 5,000 coins. So you'd have to pay a lot for those MLS center backs. So I just went with what I already had. I had already packed pretty much all of this MLS front line here that I'm using. So This is what I'm rocking with, boys. Let me know if you have any questions down below. Leave it in the comments. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe, check the description, join the Discord, follow me on Twitter, all of that fun stuff. But I'll see you guys soon. Bye.